That's AM Adelaide, Monday, 11 o'clock on 7.
Seven's football telecast is proudly brought to you by Amy. Lucky you're with Amy. And Bunnings Warehouse, where lowest prices are just the beginning.
Good afternoon. Glad you could join us for AFL winners and highlights from the second match we have for you this afternoon. It's from Colonial Stadium, where Malcolm Blight's Saints take on the West Coast.
There's the bounce in the middle. Hey, that's gone quite a way up in the air. Gardner knocks it down. Storming through is Burke. Spills wide of the pack, taken by Morrison. Tackled by Jones front on. Spills. Hayes, the quick kick well inside the 50. It goes down towards the pocket. Callahan almost couldn't hang on. It's out of bounds.
It's great to see the old war horses lining up on one another already in Jakovic and Lowy, two great stalwarts and champions of their respective clubs. And Stewie's only a few games away from his 300th game, which is an amazing performance. So let's see how they go. And they're going to take this boundary throw in.
Low in front, hooks it down behind. Hamill deflects it across to Hayes, who snaps, looks pretty good. Hit the post.
Well, Lenny Hayes is matched up on Peter Matera, or he was at that bounce, so he got away pretty well. And he's such a talent as far as disposal is concerned that I thought he'd squared that one, but it just nicked the woodwork.
McIntosh in the back pocket.
Tough kick from here because he looks up. He's faced with Spider Everett if he goes down the middle, but he's found his man. Good kick.
Looking for Gardner, who floats over the top and claims the mark, wants to go and does. Inside the centre square, boots it down towards half-forward. Boss did nicely, stepped around his man, took the mark, squares the ball now. Capuano meters in the clear, a runner outside. Clapp's got it, right half back, chips it up towards the wing. Jones can go, Baker's on for the next one. It goes in that direction. Now he's on the 50, spots a man towards the middle. There was movement there from Hamill, cleared him, up was Everett. Hamill hits the ball hard now, feeds it back towards the corridor to the outside of the boot. Spider. Hard kick to do that one. And behind.
Well, it was a very impressive transition from half-back there, Dennis, with the St Kilda players peeling off. They held their zone very well from that kick out there, and you know, Michael Gardner needed to give it a bit more air, and it's a good start for Everett.
You ever seen Spider kick with his right foot?
No, and in that situation you really should. I mean, you should have the ability just to instinctively go to the right, and could have consequently been a goal.
Peter Matera, short of half back up towards the wing. Taylor had to wait, knocked away by Capuano. Taylor, though, picks it up, kicks towards half forward. In front is Carroll, pursued by Gehrig. Loose ball in front. Banfield across his path. Gehrig did well to the voice of Clapp. Clapp hard against the line. Gains about 25 metres and bounces the ball out of bounds next to our man on the boundary, Doug Hawkins.
Dennis, I'm just watching the contest at the moment down in the forward line. Troy Wilson and Barry Hall. Watch out for that contest.
The main event in some stadiums. Jakovic hooks it wide. Nobody there. Picked up by Lowe. Tackled by Taylor. Well done. Banfield got through. Tackled by Jones. That's holding it. Jones the free kick. His second possession. That's encouraging for the Saints.
Well, that's what he needs to do, those 1%ers, Jared. Get his game switched on early.
Well, he started as well as Dennis said, and he'd be buoyed by his early possessions. Not a great kick from Capuano, but has found a target.
Goes down in the stats as efficient. Low, a centering kick. Off hands. The defenders will work it away. Colliker got it to Wirapunda. Swings it out wide. This is Morrison. Meters in the clear. He can take a gallop around the outer side. Chad Morrison has been in good form. Gets a good shepherd too from young Kerr. Drives it down towards half forward. Ill-directed though. Capuano knocked it away from Gardner. Gathers near the boundary line. Pulls it back. It's a floater. Hayes has to wait. It got there in time. Lays it off. Well done by Matera. Spotted that ahead of time. Still he goes. Deserved a free kick. And again, Pickett fell on his back. A hand pass comes from Fletcher across to Banfield. Banfield the high kick. Wilson comes on a lead and takes the mark. That was brilliant by Matera. Read the hand pass. The man was going to lay it off. Hayes to the run of Harvey. He'd read the book, Peter Matera, and stepped inside.
The reason it was so good, Dennis, was we see the contest here. He was in it hard, lowered up, but he actually judged his run at the contest very well. Didn't give away a free kick, probably deserved one himself, and that's where Drew Banfield's very good too, and seeing your experienced players under pressure, put the ball high and long to space, and gave Wilson a chance.
Wilson from right on the 50. The 29-year-old splits at the middle.
Well, just to start, the Eagles looking for a clean conversion early. That'll give them plenty of confidence, and that's what Barry Hall's going to have to be careful. Troy Wilson very strong in the lead, very quick as we see it come out of the clinches, quick hands. Banfield with a quick kick high to space, and well, there's a little element of risk in that too, but certainly, you know, gave Wilson a chance to run on it, and a great clean finish there with a good strike of the ball, good goal there for Wilson. Give him confidence, do his confidence a world of good.
Malcolm Blight, his side down by 4 points. Capuano with the run. Gardner with the timing. Cousins did nicely. Laid it off to Pryor. Pryor stabs it out wide. Gehrig under the ball. Chance behind Miranda. Banfield arches the back, slips away, settles, steadies, kicks. And I think he may have got it. He has. They're celebrating. Goal to the Eagles.
What a great goal, Jared. A great centre clearance there, wasn't it?
It was a terrific clearance by Cousins. He is going to struggle to get possessions. He's had just the one handball, but that was an important one. And I just wonder whether Ken Judge shouldn't just say, all right, if Malcolm Blight wants to use this player in this way, well, I'll stick Cousins onto Robert Harvey, and let's see how that double up works. But Banfield, good player, terrific player, in fact, and that was a good split of the goal face. And the Eagles are off to a good start. They got some run. They know that they need to get a win on the board to crack their season open. And there's Berkey. He just copped one badly. It was an errant elbow. It was only an accident, and you can't be held responsible for that one if you've got the ball in your hand.
Capuano digs it out of there. Diving in is Moyle. The ball doesn't come out. The umpire wants it.
I dare say Nathan Burke's copped a few across the bridge of the nose in his day, Jared, but up and at him without a doubt.
He's one of those players that will wait till the end of his career to get his nose straight. And here's Baker, who will be on the receiving end of a free kick. He would have been the instigator, but Cousins was retaliated and suffered.
Baker well inside the 50. Peter Matera goes up to knock it away. Taylor leads in the race. Support comes from Pryor. Pryor runs it up to halfback. Ill-directed kick, though. Clap in the road, forward of the wing. Centres it. Moyle is there. Coming across his path was Hayes. Hayes has started well. Kicks inside the 50. Lovely kick, and Hamill on the lead is marked 25 metres out. But so far this season, his kicking at goal has not been the best.
No, he's that's the only question mark over his game, because he has a complete game apart from his set shots for goal. He, as you see, find a bit of space. Great kick on the right foot from Lenny Hayes there. And Aaron Hamill works hard on the forward line, works hard to create space and find it, and he gives himself every chance. So let's see what he can do here.
He kicks and kicks truly. Saints' first goal.
Well, it was a good reply, that one, and it came from a free kick in the middle of the ground. We saw Baker get it. Not sure how legitimate that one was. Didn't have it on screen, but it was a very fine kick in from Lenny Hayes. You see Platt there getting involved. Hayes grabbed it, kicked it across the line, which is generally wrong foots the defenders. And you saw there that Michael Colliker was heading out to his left and had to go to the right.
Eagles lead by 4 points. 2 straight to 1-2. A real pretty day at Colonial. Gardner knocks it down. Baker off his step towards half forward, getting across Pryor, knocked it away from Lawrence. Lawrence the recovery though, feeds it back. Hayes again on the burst, held up that time to Moyle. A hand pass interesting. McLaren got out of the road. Back comes Lawrence. Well played. Moyle got it to Callahan. Callahan fires wide, just to behind.
He's been a very good pickup, Callahan, so far for the Saints. He runs through the lines very well, gets over to the contest to support. And he was a bit hurried there for that shot at goal, so consequently a point. But some promising signs for the Saints in the last few minutes of play.
Rapunda off his step, pops it to the pocket again, taken by McIntosh. Same hesitation as before. McIntosh told to play on now. Goes for distance. Gets quite a bit of it, but all directed. Callahan reading it pretty well. Comes across, takes the mark. 150, so to the crowd.
He's got it too. Oh. And that puts a potential shot into the forward line. Makes it almost a certain goal.
Kerr can't believe it.
You just got to be so careful when you're in this position when you're only just outside 50.
Sure.
Well, I don't know.
I don't know either.
You seem to be just in that contest there.
Some that aren't paid, and that one, not much to it. Callahan should kick the goal. He does. Saints in front.
Well, the Eagles will feel a little hard done by that result. Young fellow seemed to be in the contest there, and certainly Callahan went down. And well, sometimes early in the game, the ones that are 50-50 will get called. The umpires trying to sort themselves out. But when they result in a goal, it just is a heavy price to pay for what could probably, honestly, be suggested to be nothing much in it. But, well, in fact, 2 goals apiece now, and the centre clearances are very, very important indeed.
St Kilda 2-3, the West Coast Eagles 2 straight. Bounce in the centre. Capuano and Gardner go at it again. Capuano got it down, got the crumb as well. Battles after the footy. Out of the centre, kick forward by Banfield. A floater inside the 50. How will it bounce? Awkwardly. Carroll goes down. Got boot to ball. Plapp, who's been busy. Squares the ball. Capuano working back. Jones is on for the short one. Bypasses Jones. Spotted a man, though. This is Lawrence. Lawrence in his first game. Pulls it back towards half forward. Hayes a 50-50 ball. Did pretty well. Munro came up to meet him. Callahan got it to Moyle. 60 metres out off his step. Sets it up. Needs a punch. Colliker got one. Cousins in trouble. Spills across to Peter Matera. Blanketed off the boot. Hamill bounces back towards the pocket. Colliker gets the hand pass away to McIntosh. And McIntosh goes very close to the boundary line. It stayed in over the head of Pryor. Mark was taken by Lawrence, who started well. Steve Lawrence told to play on. A centering kick once more. Hamill from behind the contest. We're up under the crumb. Well done, McIntosh kept his head. We're up under. Close to the line. Did he keep it in? No, he did not. So a boundary throw in.
Fish, do you think they're just a little bit crowded up in that forward line?
They were a little bit crowded up in the forward line. I'm just a bit worried about the West Coast Eagles. Their setups, they're staying only a few yards off their opponents outside 50 when they could be pushing back and probably making it harder.
Harvey, Jones, I think he's kicked the goal. Great effort.
Great finish.
Sevens Football Telecast. Proudly brought to you by West End Draft, McDonald's, Mac Your Day, and Mitsubishi Motors.
Tonight,
open the damn door!
A laugh-packed 1 hour of Dharma and Greg.
Look at my skin glistening as I'm riding Prince Rupert.
It's a horse.
Featuring Bob Dylan. Tonight after Pop Stars.
The Easter Craft Fair is on this long weekend. Buy beautiful handmade gifts direct from the makers. Buy a gift for someone you love or just for yourself. Open 9 till 5 every day of the long weekend, Morfettville Racecourse Function Centre.
You don't have to feel drunk to be a drunk driver. Drink drive, you'll be sorry.
Performance is what it's all about. You must have a machine that's rugged and reliable. That's why Nissan is Australia's #1 gas forklift. It's almost unbreakable. Great design means you can work them all day in comfort. Quality construction, the latest technology, and one of the most powerful engines in its class.
The Nissan forklift is a proven performer. A real winner for you and your business. Nissan, built tough to last longer. Call 131 607.
All work and no play is no way to live. Remember holidays?
Thanks to See Australia, you and a friend could be on your way to one of 4 fantastic Aussie destinations. Fly Ansett, stay in an Accor hotel or resort, cruise around in an Avis rent-a-car, and splurge with $1,000 spending money on your MasterCard. Or how about a Tassie Temps holiday in Tasmania and the chance to win a brand new Toyota RAV4?
On a holiday, you can do lots of this.
Watch the great outdoors Tuesday night for your chance.
When you're looking for a home loan, you want good advice from someone you can trust. That's why you should call Key Home Loans for a new house or an investment property or to refinance your existing loan. Key Home Loans provide free independent advice on the right home loan for you. And if your loan is approved by the end of May, you will be in the draw to join me in England for the Ashes Tour and the Wimbledon tennis with Crows Travelland. Call the Key Home Loan 24-hour hotline. Key Home Loans. Experience the key difference.
From the beachfront to the Adelaide Hills and beyond, Scott Salisbury homes stand out with a striking presence. Considering today's lifestyles, a home should be both stunning in appearance and accommodate a practical use of space. The homes we build continue to set an enviable standard, and our quality workmanship has not gone unnoticed. We create a lifestyle for you, not just build a house. A look to suit your individual style. Visit our new Scott Salisbury display home at Blackwood Park today.
Call Jim's Mowing on 131 546 and we'll not only mow your lawn, we'll also clean up your yard. Call your local Jim for more than just mowing.
They came to prove to Australia how smart they are.
Pass.
Instead, they're a laughingstock. Now sit back and enjoy.
As I stand in front of you as a group, I think I've addressed envelopes that were brighter.
The weakest link, Monday.
Interesting situation. Everett on the ground. Capuano came off, but Everett couldn't get inside the centre square. Hamill came up to do the ruck work. Won't be required, as it turned out. Harvey went up with Cox. Eventually got it down to Kerr, who kicks inside the 50. Gardner was there. Now there's Everett, who took up station across half back. He swings it out wide, taken by Gale. Sweeping hand pass. Comes to Jones. Jones is away. Unloads inside the 50. In front, Lawrence. He's going to get a free kick against Peter Matera.
Well, I'm not sure what option Peter Matera has there, Jared. I mean, technically speaking, the free kick was probably there.
Come on, umpire, you let it stick.
So you can't be too precious. That's just frustrating if you're an Eagles supporter watching at home.
It's gone too far the wrong way, Fish.
Yeah. No, that's just...
You are allowed to voice your frustration.
Fish, it's a joke. That's what you're trying to say, aren't you?
No,
it's just a joke.
As long as you don't run through the family tree, you should be able to cop something. Well, a goal to St Kilda and Stephen Lawrence is on the board.
Yeah, no, I can't agree with that. The umpires have got to be accountable too. I mean, you don't go and stand there and coach Peter Matera how to play man-on-man football now. I mean, anyway,
well, it was obviously he got the 50 for abusing.
Yeah.
And he's a young kid, the umpire. You've just got to be able to just act as a bit of a tempo controller.
Yeah.
Cop a little bit.
Umpire McInerney spent a bit of time with Peter Matera, just talking.
The Saints, yes, talking. Saints have got the last goal, but where they've struggled is that two of their prime movers, Burke and Harvey, here's Burke, have had just 4 possessions between them, and Chad Fletcher doing a magnificent job on Rob Harvey with just 3 possessions this quarter.
Boyle kicked inside the 50. Punter with a big leap, hit the ground hard. Everett stood up in the tackle, hand passes it back towards goal, spiked towards the boundary line by Pryor.
Oh, good decision by Pryor there. His background with disciplined defensive work at Essendon coming in handy. He's a very good player, Michael Pryor.
Do you think, going back to Peter Matera, was it more for the fact that he said something or remonstrated? So the crowd know he said something.
Either way.
Well,
seriously.
yeah, look, I agree entirely with what you're saying, but I'm just wondering about umpires when the players show they're unhappy.
I think it's the verbal, Dennis.
Well, you didn't seem to say very much, if I'm any sort of a lip reader, other than what was that for? But then again, towards the outer side, quite a few F words. It comes to Colliker, back towards the middle. Coming up the ground is Gardner, takes the mark. Lays it off, missed by Cousins. There's a chance for Taylor. Jakovic, they're running in numbers. Jakovic towards half forward, and it bounces out of bounds. I know in the United States, the big thing is the players don't show up, the umpires. You can talk to them, say what you like, but Matera actually sort of, it was all about what he did rather than what he may have said, I think.
Tell them how you feel, but do it with a smile on your face.
Exactly. Exactly. So it remains between the two. There goes the kick from Everett. Not that I'm saying that's the right way. It's just the way they do it. Here's Hamill with a chance, running down a half court. The fumble hurt him. That's holding it, surely. It'll be a free kick to the West Coast Eagles.
Just battling away at the moment, Aaron Hamill, with just the 3 possessions.
Cox across the ground. Here's Taylor. Taylor 75 metres out, pulls it back. Waiting behind is Cousins. Oh, what a mark. And he can take a mark. Troy Wilson.
I think that may have been Justin Plapp's problem. He went for the mark.
Yeah, look, I think you're right, Jared. guy, Troy Wilson, today. He's been fantastic. Rich Taylor, very adept at finding space out of the contest as a link option. Yeah, well, natural instincts there seem to take over from Plapp. We know he's made his tried to make his name earlier with his career at Richmond as a forward, but a fatal mistake there.
Wilson going for goal number 5. We've said that a few times. He's had his chances. The 5th has been elusive. Can he get it this time? Goal umpire goes a long way, but it's okay. 5 to Troy Wilson.
Well, it's been a pretty impressive quarter by the West Coast Eagles at this point in time, and I don't think I'm being outrageous to suggest, Jared, they possibly could have been a goal or two further up.
You're being outrageous, Fish.
Yeah, I've got to.
Could have been 3 goals up further.
They have
had their opportunities.
Yeah,
and Jesus, Wilson is an interesting player.
You wanted to talk about him before the game, didn't you?
We did. We think that he's an interesting recruit.
Interesting. Covers a multitude of sins, doesn't it? Storming through. The ball is punched out towards half forward by Everett. Hamill couldn't control it. Brilliantly done by Jones. The Saints in a spot of trouble. Jones is wide of the mark. It's a behind. 9-5. Plays 7-4. The West Coast Eagles looking very good and making the most of their opportunities.
So without Ozzie Jones and Lenny Hayes to a lesser degree, the Saints would have had no drive through the middle whatsoever. And Malcolm Blight, we just saw, he would be thinking, where am I going to get the run from?
Matera spots Gardner. He's got it left half back towards the middle. Confidence growing amongst this Eagles outfit as well. Morrison back to Matera. Down towards half forward. Miranda running away from his own goal. Shrugs a tackle. Got away from Jones. Chips it up intended for Wilson. Wide of the mark. Will it be number 6? Wilson in trouble. Hand passes back towards the half-back line. Taken by Jones, involved earlier. Kicks it up towards the wing. Lawrence did well. He's marked on the wing. His side down by 13 points. Next goal pretty important. Voss. Clapp won't be leading.
Ball into the forward line.
Voss kicks inside the 50. Hall gets it. That's a better kick. Clapp was thinking, why didn't he kick that sort of kick to me? Moyle's got it short. He's 40 metres out. Hamill is back in the square by himself. Moyle goes to Callahan. Callahan's got it about 35 metres out. Not too bad considering he's a left footer. The goal will open up for him.
Well, Moyle already this quarter has had 11 possessions and 6 marks. It's a very impressive performance.
Callahan gets a much needed goal. His 3rd.
Only on 7 News do you get exclusive footy reports from the captain and the coach. Mark Rasciuto gives a player's view of the weekend footy action. Then Mark Williams shares his incisive football knowledge. The captain and the coach, every week on 7 News.
With a $1,000 head start on your home loan, at only 4.9% per annum fixed for 1 year, you can now have a roof over your head sooner than you think. Call Bank SA today.
Well, we have 3 young boys and they all enjoy a very active lifestyle with their father and just rollerblade all over the place.
Yeah, it really sort of gives us a quality of life that we're looking for.
Well, essentially, we like the idea of a close community. The children are starting at Mawson Lake School next year, and it's all going to be close and handy.
Well, living near work is a godsend. But I'm a business, and I know people in Sydney that would kill for my lifestyle.
Live, learn, work and play. At Mawson Lakes, it all makes sense.
If Pauline wanted to pay her home and contents insurance by the month, she could. If you want understanding, not just insurance, call Australian Pensioners Insurance Agency now on 132 555.
You don't have to feel drunk to be a drunk driver. Drink drive, you'll be sorry.
The smash hit musical Shout is coming to Adelaide.
Keith, you're going to lead a revolution. You know you make me want to shout.
Based on the life of Australian rock legend Johnny O'Keefe. This new multi-million-dollar show lets you relive the man and the music that rocked a generation.
You gotta sing, 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 sing.
Shouts opens June 21, Festival Theatre. Tickets on sale now. Book at Bass.
All work and no play is no way to live. Remember holidays?
Thanks to See Australia, you and a friend could be on your way to one of 4 fantastic Aussie destinations. Fly Ansett, stay in an Accor hotel or resort, cruise around in an Avis rent-a-car, and splurge with $1,000 spending money on your MasterCard. Or how about a Tassie Temps holiday in Tasmania and the chance to win a brand new Toyota RAV4?
On a holiday, you can do lots of this.
Watch the great outdoors Tuesday night for your chance.
Why does it always rain on me?
Super Ballad. 36 super tracks from the world's biggest superstars, including Whitney Houston, Celine Dion, John Farnham, Tom Jones, Mariah Carey and Ronan Keating.
When you say nothing now.
There's Ricky Martin, Natalie Imbruglia, Elton John, Anastasia and many more. There's never been a collection of superstars like Super Ballads.
On Today Tonight, the barbecue gas that's in your car air conditioner.
Injuries would have resulted.
It blows apart this Adelaide cafe.
Burns to his face.
Now calls to have it banned.
People simply don't know.
Monday.
11.695. Rucks go at it. Everett, the second attempt, thumps it down towards half-forward. Well-worked Trianides, flicked it back to accommodate Baker. Got it across to Moyle. His hand passed back towards the middle, taken by Thompson. Thompson out wide. Trianides right on the 50. Wrong foot's Kerr. Not a particularly good kick taken by Baker. That was ambitious. Tried to go past Peter Matera. But look at Harvey. Shrugs a tackle, snaps. Had done the hard work. Didn't get the finish.
Had to get through there. It's just pure strength. Look at those arms. The upper body strength and the is enormous, and he has got powerful thighs. A change has been, has been made. Clapp's come out onto Williams. Still trying to pick up who they've pushed down onto Wilson Fish.
Pryor went looking for Jakovic. He was outnumbered. Moyle gets it across to Baker. Tries to pinpoint the ball. That was a courageous mark and a good one by Banfield. Strong in the hands, Drew Banfield. Pryor, you can kick it a long way, but on that side of the ground is Everett. Needs to pinpoint the ball, and he does. Colliker right half back, now needs to kick over Everett. He does that. Gardner comes on the lead. Gehrig from behind knocks away. Gardner, very agile for a big man. Gehrig grabs him close to the boundary line, and it's out. A boundary throw in. Fraser Gehrig working overtime there. There he is, wearing number 9, a number worn with distinction by another recruit from the West, John McIntosh, Ashley's dad.
Fisher,
Ashley playing his 200th game today.
Sorry, it looks like Mark Gale now has a job on Troy Wilson.
Yeah. That's right, Hawk. Thanks, mate.
Jones in short. Platt picks it up. Back to Jones. Heartening signs from Jones. Trianides alongside the centre circle. Goes off his step. Tailor-made for McIntosh. Over the top. Intent on destruction. Slammed it down. And there'll be a ball up about 35 metres out directly in front.
Well, so McIntosh in that situation, in this competition, is he has few peers on the one-on-one situation, and when he gets his fist to the ball, it stays fisted, that's for sure. Very disciplined football.
The bodgy kick coming in from Trianides went to the pack rather than to the front of Hall's lead.
Jakovic knocked it down. Harvey feeds it back, taken by Moyle. Back to Harvey.
Strength.
Got away again. Harvey. This is to the right this time.
He's just got that hip swivel, hasn't he, Jared?
That's right.
It's very strong through the core of his body, and he's just stays on his feet so well. He's got great balance and keeps his arms free of the contest, free of the tackler.
Pryor short to Morrison. You'll find Harvey just above Houdini in the phone book. There goes Morrison in short. McIntosh.
Is Houdini still listed, is he, Dennis?
They're not sure about his status. Here's McIntosh up from full back. Drives it out towards the wing. Gardner comes on a lead. Gehrig tested that time. Got a fist to it. Kerr's over the footy. Tackled down by Thompson. Off the ground, Miranda in the opposite direction. Camped over the ball is Harvey. They got him that time. Jakovic, Fletcher, good hands, got it away to Morrison. Morrison across half-back, squares the ball. Wirapunda, dropping back is Everett. This needs to be a canny kick now. Wirapunda bypasses Everett. It's a beautiful kick. couple of Eagles almost on the end of it. No free kick for Taylor. So Beetham storms away with it. Rebound opportunity for the Saints. Lowe fighting out of his division out there. Couldn't complete the mark over Wirrapunda. It was crumbed by Morrison. Got it back to Cousins. Works a little 1-2 with Cox and swings it across the ground now. Here comes Philip Matera. Up from half forward, surrounded by Saints. Wilson wants it to the pocket. It goes in his direction. He's taken the mark. Looks towards the middle. I don't know about that. I would have backed him. Should have taken a shot. He's coughed it up. Away comes Hayes, who finds Burke. So the moment pass for the Eagles. Burke forward of the wing. High ball. Hamill outnumbered. Falling to the ground behind Jakovic. From a seated position, got it to Wirrapunda. Out towards Morrison. Morrison close to the boundary line. Gathers the footy. Wrong foots an opponent. Now he settles. Little chip pass to Colica.
Somebody's lost a boot out there.
I think it is the man with the ball. Colica's there he is.
Goes with the sock up to Fletcher. Fletcher midway between the lines, half back and centre wing. 72 plays 61. Eagles on top. The kick towards half forward. Miranda up in front. Off hands, it falls to Taylor. Taylor goes looking for Wilson. And Wilson takes the mark 40 metres out.
Well, he's got a few tricks, Wilson, too. He's certainly chock full of confidence at the moment and is able to stand his ground. And really, Saints haven't really got a match-up answer for him. We see Richard Taylor come in and a nice clean left foot there. Not out in front, but Wilson was able to stop prop. Look at the strength. Just spreads his arms, puts the one big paw up. And what do you know, it's his 10th mark for the match.
Well, at least all about resurrections. What a remarkable career turn for this man this year. He's kicked 6 goals.
Yes, Dennis, but I think the faithful down at the Saints were looking for a resurrection of their own. At the moment, it's not happening.
No. Worrying times for the Saints.
Mark Garlow would rarely have played at full back, and you just saw inexperience there. He didn't need to come in and make contact with the body. He needed to just hang back and use the last 2 or 3 paces to come over the top and spoil the ball. One-on-one, he'll lose every time.
Margin 17 points, just over 11 minutes till three-quarter time. The gum gets a workout. And this next goal is very important, I'd suggest. If the Eagles can get it, it will be a handy lead. Harvey's got other ideas, so too Hamill.
That was just superb play. We are rarely treated in football to centre clearances like that. And when they happen, they're an absolute joy to watch. And Spider Everett will get as big a buzz out of that clean hit to the running Robert Harvey as he would out of any goal, possibly, or mark he's had, particularly today. That'll give him a real lift. So Hamill, a treat to watch. I really like Hamill's style of football, and he should convert here.
Looking to make it 2 goals from 3 kicks, and he's done that.
Yes, it was one of the best torpedo passes that Rob Harvey's ever let go. Got the desired result, and all of a sudden the Saints are back in with a show. They're just still not playing good footy, St Kilda, and that's the worrying sign.
Robbie Harvey's picked it up a bit in this third quarter already. He's had 4 touches, which is half of what he's had the whole game so far, up until half-time. So the Saints will be pleased to see him getting more of it.
Looks like Thompson's been pushed onto Matera to take him out of the game.
So Wilson got a goal. Harvey got it out of the middle. Hamill got a goal. They're coming thick and fast. Cox goes up. Here's Harvey again. Arches the back, trying to get away. Forced to come back to Hayes. Hayes drives it long, well inside the 50. Wirrapunda from behind got a fist on it. Knocked it down in front. Missed by Jakovic. Taken by Peter Matera. The old Peter Matera that time. Got it across to Cox. Wirrapunda back to Peter Matera. 75 metres out. Goes looking for Philip. They've done that a few times today. Philip Matera gets on the end of it. Oh, this is champagne stuff all of a sudden.
That was a fantastic passage of play there by the West Coast Eagles. Although I must say they need to be sharper on their feet in the centre bounce. You see Wirrapunda coming aggressively through the middle. They probably could have placed a Shepherd, given Peter some more time and space, but he's finished off anyway. He's great at top pace. Peter Matera on his disposal, but the centre bounce, they've got to be careful. Rob Harvey's been the go-to on 2 occasions, and they've nearly got away with it. They certainly got it the first time, that time again. So on your toes. Here we go.
Philip Matera I think it's okay. He's kicked the goal, his third.
The Blue Lake's what we ordered, wasn't it?
If you've ever taken on a big job around the house,
Well done. It's on plaster and there are holes.
you'll know that getting the right advice
Got to start with that.
is what really saves your money.
It's good value and there's a great range of colours.
And a whole lot
They're
more.
washable. They come in a whole range of colours also.
Because the only thing better than knowing you did it yourself
That's what I knew you could.
is knowing how much you saved.
We don't mark 'em up high just for appearance. Mark 'em down low, call it a clearance.
No gimmick sales, no hit and run stock liquidations. Just a great range. And quite simply, rugs for less.
So keep us in mind when you want to find quite simply rugs for less.
63 Goodwood Road, Wayville, opposite the showgrounds.
Quite simply rugs for less, rugs for less.
Come to the model train show at the Windsor Gardens Vocational College next weekend. There'll be many working model train layouts, all-day sausage sizzle, drinks and lollies, cheap entry prices. Bring mum and dad and have a good day. Don't forget the Windsor Gardens Vocational College at the corner of Danby and Mackay Avenues, Windsor Gardens, 21st and 22nd of April.
Learn how to swim, learn how to swim, learn how to swim. We say swim for safety and education, fitness and recreation. Learn how to swim, we say swim. For beginners, for potential champions, and for excellence in swimming. No finer reputation, no better in the nation. Learn how to swim, learn how to swim, we say swim.
Tuesday, how to make your garden come alive cheaply the Aussie way.
Kangaroo paws are easy to divide.
Plus, a quick and inexpensive Chinese dish bursting with flavour.
Once tasted, never forgotten.
Better Homes and Gardens, Tuesday, 7:30. Then at 8 o'clock.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. We have liftoff.
Visit Houston Space Centre. Plus, escape to a perfect paradise hideaway in Vanuatu on the Great Outdoors, Tuesday on 7.
Scrawny 17-year-olds drafted. Some mature age footballers denied a chance. Wilson stamping a case for all of them. He speaks for all of those players. Here's Hayes in the centre. Got through nicely. Long probing kick inside the 50. Going back down there, McIntosh got a fist to it. Callahan. It came off the boot of Matera. Well, that was terrific. It was like the striker and the fullback in the NSL. The striker was Callahan, the fullback was Matera. Okay, and soccer is an own goal. Here's Wirapunda in the back pocket.
Getting back to the main story, Dennis, I've seen players axed because of youth policies at 29.
Absolutely. There goes the ball down towards the wing. Voss comes over the top of Williams and takes the mark. 16-9, 11-11. A real job for the Saints here. Hackett.
Kazitsky first touch.
Kazitsky inside the centre square on debut, and a good kick too. Spots a man to the outer side. Callahan had to stretch. Thompson on for the short one. Not seen. Kicks back towards the middle. Wilson up the ground, knocked it away from Hamill. It's picked up down there by Harvey. Thompson could get it eventually. Deep in the pocket, Thompson. The Saints need a goal. He's got it. They're still alive.
Well, I've got to say the end result was fantastic for the Saints with a very good goal, but Hamill's gone down to take on Wilson and just run him down the ground there.
Well, he's taken control of it, hasn't he?
63 Goodwood Road, Wayville, opposite the showgrounds.
Quite simply, rugs for less, rugs for less.
Come to the model train show at the Windsor Gardens Vocational College next weekend. There'll be many working model train layouts, all-day sausage sizzle, drinks and lollies, cheap entry prices. Ring Mum and Dad and have a good day. Don't forget the Windsor Gardens Vocational College at the corner of Danby and Mackay Avenues, Windsor Gardens, 21st and 22nd of April.
Learn how to swim, learn how to swim, learn how to swim with Stay Swim, safety and education, fitness and recreation. Learn how to swim with Stay Swim.
For beginners, for potential champions, and for excellence in swimming.
No finer reputation, no better in the nation. Learn how to swim with Stay Swim.
Tuesday, how to make your garden come alive cheaply the Aussie way.
Kangaroo paws are easy to divide.
Plus, a quick and inexpensive Chinese dish bursting with flavour.
Once tasted, never forgotten.
Better Homes and Gardens, Tuesdays, 7:30. Then at 8 o'clock.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. We have liftoff.
Visit Houston Space Centre. Plus, escape to a perfect paradise hideaway in Vanuatu on the Great Outdoors, Tuesday on 7.
Of scrawny 17-year-olds drafted. Some mature age footballers denied a chance. Wilson stamping a case for all of them. He speaks for all of those players. Here's Hayes in the centre. Got through nicely. Long probing kick inside the 50. Going back down there, McIntosh got a fist to it. Callahan. It came off the boot of Matera. Well, that was terrific. It was like the striker and the fullback in the NSL. The striker was Callahan, the fullback was Matera. Okay, in soccer it's an own goal. Here's Wirrapunda in the back pocket.
Getting back to the main story, Dennis, I've seen players axed because of youth policies at 29.
Absolutely. There goes the ball down towards the wing. Voss comes over the top of Williams and takes the mark. 16-9, 11-11. A real job for the Saints here. Peckett.
Kazitsky first touch.
Kazitsky inside the centre square on debut and a good kick too. Spots a man to the outer side. Callahan had to stretch. Thompson on for the short one. Not seen. Kicks back towards the middle. Wilson up the ground. Knocked it away from Hamill. It's picked up down there by Harvey. Thompson could get it eventually. Deep in the pocket, Thompson. The Saints need a goal. He's got it. They're still alive.
Well, I've got to say the end result was fantastic for the Saints with a very good goal, but Hamill's gone down to take on Wilson and just run him down the ground there.
Well, he's taken control of it, hasn't he? For the first time, Wilson's had to counter-punch.
Yep, very proactive move and decision. And Thompson a little untidy around his feet, but managed to mop up and convincing goal around his body and his left foot. Very clever indeed.
So the margin back to what it was at three-quarter time, 22 points. Cousins breaks out of the centre, aided by a strong shepherd from Kerr. Loose ball at the back of the pack, close to the kickoff line. In goes Carroll. Hamill across on the angle. Did pretty well.
We were just talking about the way Hamill ran Wilson down the ground, and Wilson wasn't able to get back and take up position in his goal square after the goal and the centre bounce. So Hamill may test the fitness of Troy Wilson. Those old legs of Troy's.
He should be pumping on adrenaline, though, Troy. I mean, he's got a 7-goal start.
He's been brilliant today.
There's Hamill. Kicks it in. Banfield, really, the only man there. To Cousins. Wilson wants it towards the middle. Here he is. Got hands to it. Falls behind Morrison. In comes Hayes. Picks it up well. Gets away from Wilson. They work it out nicely. Lawrence got the hand pass. Kazitsky around the outer side. Runs to the wing. Kicks inside the 50. Going back, Callahan. Could get 50. McIntosh was a step late. Nothing doing. Callahan will shoot at his 4th.
Nice kick from Kazitsky coming in, and Callahan can't believe his misfortune in not getting it. Probably just acted a little bit too much. The contact was there, but the umpire had none of it.
Callahan kicks. It's bending around nicely. I think it was marked over the line. It was. Here come the Saints.
Well, here come the Saints. All right, 2 quick goals. They're right back in this game now. And the worst thing the West Coast Eagles could do is lock up. As we see Kosicki, an impressive kick forward and just strength out, just in the right position there. Held him out. Didn't actually push Callahan. Just held his ground. We pulled under the ball with little chance then. Quite clever, actually. And McIntosh probably was a little fortunate not to have a 50, but we've had a game on our hands all day. West Coast over the last early part of this quarter looked like we're getting on top. Saints right back in it.
See, Callahan, Paul, is a good pickup, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. Here he is again.
In front at half forward. Harvey steps through the pack. Spotted Thompson. This crowd has come alive. Colonial suddenly is making a lot of noise. Thompson will kick it goal from inside the 50. And this will bring the roof off, so to speak. There goes the kick, slides it across the face, out of bounds on the full. So bad result for the Saints.
Well, he's toiled away in defence most of the day, Thompson, and he's gone forward. He kicked a goal a few minutes ago, and that would have been a fairy tale scenario for him, but he wasn't able to finish it, unfortunately. The game is on for young and old now.
McIntosh with precision. McIntosh has been very good. Fletcher in trouble. Oh, dear.
Well, the West Coast Eagles just need a bit of composure here. Under siege a little bit with a couple of quick goals by the Saints. But since half-time, they've been the dominant team. They need to have faith in what they've been doing.
Umpire McInerney, last seen by West Australians in that game between Carlton and Fremantle, as Burke goes across the ground, and the mark is taken by Lawrence. Kick from Lawrence towards the kickoff line. Was low held by the arm. Nothing doing. Comes to Peter Matera, who heads for the boundary line. Perfect.
Centimetre?
I wasn't going to say it. Thank you. But it was.
That's my first day with you, Dennis, and I was just hoping to get one out.
i7sport.com.au. You'll find all the stats on round 3 so far. Boundary throw in. Everett thumps it goalward. Morrison leads back in the race. Morrison going backwards. Looping hand pass. Matera. He gets away. Morrison, Matera, M&M. And they stood up. We stand up. Around the outer side goes Fletcher. Probing kick over the wing. Close to the boundary line. It's out. We'll have a throw in.
Well, this is a very interesting stage of the game. Thoroughly enjoyed the contest today, and it's great to see St Kilda biting back in this quarter, because it looked like West Coast Eagles might just take full advantage of the breathing space they provided themselves. But as I say, this is going to be the next 5 minutes could be very telling indeed in this game.
Cousins down in front, trying to lift his team to their first victory. Got it across to Taylor, running back with a flat of it. Voss still in position A, although that changed rapidly. Williams brought him down. The ball locked in there. Umpire McLaren will bounce it.
Well done, Williams. It was a good effort there to lay the tackle. Voss had a chance to give, tried to turn his turn Williams inside out. And that's a good result for the Eagles. We're inside 50 and a half a chance.
Good bounce close to the boundary line. Everett goes up, gains about 15 metres. Kemp in trouble. Down he goes. Did the ball spill out? No, play goes on. Banfield got it to Fletcher. High ball back towards full forward. The mark is taken by Hamill. Hamill wants to go and does. Spotted Kozetzky, who's taken the ball out towards half-back, the big man. Quite nimble there. Not a particularly good kick. It favours the Eagles. Taylor goes back, dropping back, takes the mark on the wing, told to play on. Should have been hot on that today. Gets a hand pass away to Djakovic. Djakovic spears the pass towards half forward. Wilson takes the mark. Called his fellow rookie Kerr out on that occasion. Goes down towards the pocket. Big leap from Williams. Runs on free to be taken by Philip Matera, right against the line, upended. Comes to Voss, taken front on by Philip Matera. It was hand passed out of bounds by Voss. Umpire McLaren says throw it in.
Oh, it's exciting stuff now because with St Kilda sense they've got to convert the next few minutes to put the real pressure on the West Coast Eagles, and the West Coast Eagles in the front half with good clearance there.
Baker across the ground. Now it's a race. Banfield, Wirrapunda, they lead in both directions, the Eagles. Wirrapunda, somehow it came to him like he was calling a dog. He goes inside the 50 and Wilson's taken the mark on the lead. And gee, they hit hard there. Hamill and Wilson, they came to ground with an almighty thump. But what about Wirrapunda? Tried to knock it through, overran it, turned around, and there it was, his trusty companion.
Oh, look, he's fantastic to watch. Wirrapunda play football, and he's got all the skills, all the tricks you'd want in a player. And look at this bloke today. He's just taken his 14th mark. He's had 18 possessions. He kicked 7 goals, 5 to date. He's taken 4 marks in the first quarter, 3 in the second, 3 in the third, and that's his 4th in the last. If you want a consistent 4 quarters from the full forwards, you wouldn't have to go past Troy Wilson's performance today.
No. Fremantle have got Clive. The West Coast Eagles have Willow. Wilson misses everything. Out of bounds in the opposite pocket. They lead by 17 points and now 50 metres against the Eagles. I didn't see what that was for.
It's possibly because Gardner just helped the ball on its way after it had cleared the boundary on the full.
Everett towards the middle. Baker did well. What a recovery he's made. He was flattened before half-time.
Well, Jared's diagnosed broken ribs, dislocated collarbone and a headache, and here he is.
He's trying to run up a Bill Jared. We know what he's like. Bumped out of there by Djakovic. Beetham charging in his Taylor, going nowhere. Beetham again, hit the pack hard, spins out of trouble, throws it on the boot, and lots of fortune. Harvey bobs up, 35 metres out directly in front.
Well, you're right, Dennis. To a point, luck is a fortune, but also smart positioning, staying in front, quick kicks out. He just crept forward there, Harvey. His opponent, as he shoots for goal. Oh, good finish.
He's got it.
As I saying, his opponent there was in the contest, and he's crept forward of the play, as he does so well. And, well, there is an element of luck in that, but the fact is he made the play. St Kilda at the moment, as you see the ball in the contest here, Taylor late with a feed, loose ball. Beetham with a quick boot to ball here, and a clever positioning and a great finish. The Saints, what a game.
Just a good game of footy as the coaches work their respective phones. Miranda onto the ground, Williams off. 16-10, 14-11. 2 goals could win it for the Saints. But oodles of time. Just under 11.5 minutes. Everett hooks it down behind, taken by Thompson. Away to Gearing. Haven't seen a lot of him. He kicks inside the 50. Oh, desperation. Matera, did he juggle it? Yes, he did. Although it may have seen a bit of turf, I think, in the interim.
A quick straw poll of the crowd would suggest he didn't take that mark, Dennis.
Can't trust them. Oh, what a mark. The rookie. Daniel Kerr, fantastic mark. Goes down towards half forward. Kozetzky does well to fist it away. Voss arrives quickly. It's out of bounds.
Look at this, if you don't mind.
Oh.
Oh, it's great to have young legs in a game of football, and a game that's been played at a cracker pace.
He was drafted having played 2 games of Colts football for East Fremantle. What about that? It could well be the mark of the season. The hand pass from Lawrence to Burke. Down towards half forward, over the top, McIntosh.
Well, it looks like a contest amongst the Eagles players to see who can take the most spectacular grab late in the game.
Here's Pryor. Colliker on across the ground. Too high for him, though. Clapp gets back. Clapp, the defensive side of the wing, goes across the body. Beetham in best position. He was important in their last goal. Spots Harvey again. Harvey has to wait. Well, that's a clever mark. Eyes only for the footy. Peter Matera bearing down on him. Harvey did not flinch.
No, he did it well in that situation. You can't flinch. You're either going to cop the contact of the oncoming player and get a free kick, or you'll take the mark. Very good composure, Robert Harvey.
Harvey kicks. Oh, inspirational. What a kick. The champ has slotted it.
Shop with a mechanic shop and be a part of the action at Repco.
Trident, plastic-backed, universal fit wiper refills, only $4.95 a pair. Loctite, sealers, silicons, adhesives and glues. Bumper and tyre shine, only $5.95. Repco, premium 6-litre motor oil, $12.50. Save $1 on all Valvoline oil filters. CRC, quality aerosols for all types of uses. One low price, $6.95 a can.
At Repco, we know what it is, we know where it goes.
It will begin with a lie.
Who's this?
My husband.
And end
To what end?
with romance they never thought possible. A sensational cast and a breathtaking premiere. A Walk in the Clouds, tonight on 7.
Life is all about choice. You choose what you want to be, who you want to be with, and what you want to eat. And when it comes to chicken burgers, the choice is yours. The Colonel's Choice Fillet Burger from KFC. The original and the best. Taste that secret recipe of those famous 11 herbs and spices in every bite. The choice is yours.
Sarah Homes are the design innovators for holiday homes, weekenders and country homes. Whether you wish to build at the beach, by the river or as a rural retreat, from around $36,000, Sarah Homes can tailor-build a home to suit your specific requirements. Picture a Sarah Homes retreat on your piece of paradise. Call 8243-0388 for a Sarah Homes brochure today.
Cars, 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 and more cars.
At the Hilton Motor Company.
Where all you pay is $4,999 with GST included.
Or $25 a week.
Hey, you want a big car?
Want a little car?
What about a family car?
A wagon?
Want a sports car, a van, or a ute?
Want a 4-wheel drive or an 8-seater?
Hilton has them all at $4,999 or $25 a week.
Choose from over 100 vehicles.
At the Hilton Motor Company, 289 South Road, Mile End South.
$4,999 or $25 a week.
That's cheap.
The next quarterly instalment activity statements have now been sent out by the tax office. And if you lodge a quarterly IAS, you've now got a choice. You can, of course, carry on completing your IAS as you have been, but now you can choose a simpler and easier way. The tax office will calculate your quarterly pay-as-you-go installment for you. You return the form and payment each quarter. Then, at the end of the year, you do an annual income tax return. You'll either get a refund or pay the difference. A letter and booklet explaining full details are being sent to you, your tax agent, or accountant. Copies of the booklet will also be available soon at most newsagents and banks. For more information about completing your IAS, call the tax office on 13 24 78 or visit the website.
Authorised by the Commonwealth Government, Canberra.
Roy, this new show, what are we going to put in it?
Actually, I think it should talk to kids. Grandmum, granddad, mum and dad, and the kids. It should be a family show.
Ken Judge on the phone. They've got some breathing space. Just over 5 minutes to go. The margin 12 points. Mark Miranda has battled manfully against injury over the past 2 seasons. Fitting he should kick a goal like that, an important goal too in the context of the game. Wide of the pack, Moyle so good in the second term. We're a punter again. Finds one floating over his right shoulder. Leaders on from Gardner. Showed too much of it to... No, he didn't. I thought the St Kilda man could get there. It was a well-weighted kick. Gardner's taken the mark up towards the wing. Well, they can take a bit of time, the Eagles. Gardner goes looking for Miranda. Don't expect him to drop it now. His confidence would be sky high. What a goal. Miranda spots Wilson. Wilson's marked 60 metres out. They're keeping their collective heads. Wilson to the pocket. Philip Matera. He was like the coyote or the roadrunner. I don't know which. The way he stopped, went backwards, took the mark, spots a man, and this could be the clincher. Williams is marked 25 metres out. How was that for traction?
All credit to the West Coast Eagles there. And again, it started with Rapunda down the back half with a clever kick. And here we see him replay. Well, Baker's tracked the ball well, but he just lost Matera. He's had his eyes on the ball, did everything right. And a good switch inside there. Sees Williams having a shot for goal. And as you said, Dennis, this could well be the clincher. The West Coast Eagles have really earned their lead, but Tuesday being threatened. It's been a great quarter of football.
I think it was the beep that put Baker off. There goes the kick from Williams. He's got the goal, his third. The Eagles should be home.
Well, it's certainly interesting to see how games transpire, and particularly in the last quarter. You know, the trend was in this game that West Coast Eagles was dominating. They were creating play. They were making it proactive. As you'll see again on replay, clever mark. This guy's return to football is a much welcome one by all West Coast Eagles supporters, I'm sure. Phil Matera has been tremendous today. And, well, you just never know in Australian rules football, because the game has turned on its ear, and we've been just treated with something very special the last quarter.
Everett goes up, thumps it wide. Harvey again goes in, trying to body Banfield off the ball. Banfield showed great balance. Fletcher down towards half forward, missed by Wilson. Picked up down there by Kerr, feeds it back looking for Miranda. Miranda directly out from goal, can kick another one. He has. It's all over. The Eagles have won their first.
Oh, this is fantastic. Another great goal by Mark Miranda there. But out of the centre, that's where it starts. Cousins has lifted his rating. And we'll see Fletcher there around the corner. Well, Wilson's taken 15 marks today. Uncharacteristically dropped that one. But a nice feed over the top there. Good poise there by Miranda, because of charging Spider Everett. And the boys should be justifiably pretty pleased with themselves.
And you've got to say, Paul, a real setback for the Saints, suddenly 1 and 2.
It is. They, you mentioned earlier, Dennis, they would have marked this one down as for 4 points. So, well, they'll be asking lots of questions this week. What have they got to do? And more importantly, how have they got to do it?
Cousins out of the middle. Kicks well inside the 50. Miranda's inspired and could have been held there. Still, he's got the footy. Comes to Wilson. Wilson looking for his 8. Whoops. Ran into a dead end. Downey's gone, and he's slow getting up, but get up he will. He's cramped up as well, which doesn't help.
Well, some cramps. Oh, there you go. Just ran into a bit of trouble there, but some cramps you don't mind getting, Dennis. And
no, he ran into Hayes, and he's in a Hayes. So a bounce about 35 metres out. Everett and Gardner. Everett again directs it wide. Took a nice bounce for Burke. Kozetski over the top, gave it away. Williams a chance at another goal. How will it bounce? Chopped off by Hamill. Swings it back looking for Gehrig, and Gehrig's marked in the back pocket. Ironic cheers. He chips it up towards the wing. Running with the ball is Hayes, or is it Moyle? It's Moyle, gets the hand pass away. Taken by Thompson. Man on towards the middle. That's ignored. They haven't got time for that now. He kicks long down towards Lowe. Jakovic played it pretty well. Look at Kerr in front of the pair. Stole the ball. Miscues though. Gehrig worked out of it. Fletcher falling to the ground. Heard the voice though. Got it to Pryor. Pryor looks for Wilson. Wilson outnumbered down there. Good mark taken by Lawrence. He'll be improved by the run. Under 2 minutes to go. Gehrig inside the centre square. Wasn't a favourite with the West Coast Eagles fans. And he's got his critics here this afternoon. Clapp in trouble. Slung. Hand passes back inside the centre square. Kerr has brilliant skills. So does Matera. And he's shown those again today. Chips it out wide to Pryor. Pryor's on the wing. Miranda offers the lead. Pryor takes his time. Now he goes to Miranda. Awkward half volley. Miranda goes after it. He's over the ball. Over the top of it is Voss. Close to holding it. We'll have a ball up.
Well, the game is in its closing stages now. It's been very entertaining. We've seen it on a number of occasions. And for the West Coast Eagles fans, very pleased to see the form of the half-back line today. Rapunda, Matera, Djakovic has done a great job on Stewie Lowe, and they've provided plenty of rebound.
Everett and Cox. Cox hasn't been disgraced. This time it's Voss holding it to Miranda. So the roles reversed. Another bounce, and the clock continues to run. 40 seconds to go in this one.
Well, Dennis, St Kilda will be a good side if they can get all their good players up and running on the same day. They're just getting little... It's like a patchwork quilt with their form at the moment. Not enough players up doing the job on any given day.
Cousins run down by Thompson. Peter Matera again finds a way through. Brilliantly done. Got it to Cousins. No, it was a throw, so it wasn't brilliantly done at all. He threw it. It'll be a free kick to Hayes on the wing.
Cousins has knocked up 30 possessions in a very impressive performance, but benefited early from Stephen Baker's injury. Good luck to him, came back on, but 30 possessions in a game of football is a fantastic job.
Low tackle by Matera, spills out to Harvey. Can he get another late goal? That's a marvellous kick off his step, if you don't mind, on the siren. Harvey gets his third, but too little too late. The West Coast Eagles win their first, and it was a very gutsy performance.
This news update is brought to you by the home loan that helps you make it happen.
Coming up at 6 on 7 News, the latest on Ansett desperate push to get its grounded planes back into the air. There's the rescue of a 12-year-old boy who fell down a river embankment. Overnight, 5 thugs tied up and terrorised 2 other men in a home invasion. They cracked a safe and stole guns, drugs and money. Those American spy plane crewmen and women finally make it back to their home base in the US. And there's the colour and highlights from the Powers Showdown demolition.
Salad McWrap. The deliciously cool, fresh sound now playing at McDonald's.
Hi, home improvers. I'm blowing prices to pieces for Stratco's big sale.
Stratco flat roof garages with roller door. Modular rainwater tanks from $189. Winterlight screen panels only $99.
Prices blasted.
Stratco Good Neighbour fence panels $65.25. Stratco garden sheds from $187 and outback verandas 12 months interest free.
The Stratco big sale is on now. It'd be a big mistake to miss it. See Stratco.
Let's have a quick look at McClay's sale. Jeffrey, what about this wool blend Berber at $49 a metre? Jeffrey, what about Scotchgard Plush, $45 a metre?
Where is it?
Keep up, Jeffrey. Look at these prices. 3 metre vinyl, $39 a metre.
Why don't you stop throwing your weight around and get back to the Glen Osmond Road showroom? I love it when you're mad.
You really clean up on this all-inclusive computer package at A&R. It's got everything. Internet-ready computer and a printer and a scanner and a CD burner and extra programs, plus this desk and chair, all for $26.99. Yeah, $26.99 with a CD burner, computer desk and chair. Incredible! Real quality, great service at Port Adelaide and Melrose Park.
Is your old roof leaking, creaking, or collapsing? Replace it now before expensive structural damage is done. Use Stratco Renovation Roofing in Colorbond. Stratco Roofing. Phone for an authorised dealer to call.
Got a lot of jobs to do this Easter? Then get into Mitre 10 and save with 6-litre accent acrylic low sheen or satin $47.95 or a 1.8 metre galvanised steel stepladder $45.
We're getting ready for our first Pop Stars concert.
Live in Sydney.
And you could be here on the night.
To get your hands on the hottest tickets in town,
Here we go.
be watching Home and Away from Monday night on 7.